Hello, my people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nolita Stone, and you are tuned into Fresh Trends SA, my people, my darlings. Okay, so this video is part 2 of the whole Gogo Manzini Investments saga, and in today's video, I am going to tell you about February and how she went to Turkey and BBLs and all of that. Okay, so we are now, I left off on part 1 saying that she, everything was going well. February came and the minimum investment was now up to 5,000 Rand, which was end of February, right? Before it was up to 5,000 Rand, everything was going well, guys. We got our deposits. We were happy. We were thanking her in the group. We were celebrating. Everything was hunky-dory. People were depositing huge amounts. Amounts such as 150,000, 250,000. I can go on and on and on to the point where, people were starting to deposit millions of rands, right, into the investment platform, right? Everyone was hunky-dory, guys. We really thought, we have arrived. We're gonna buy ourselves, cars and go on holidays and buy ourselves houses and just have money as people. Like unemployed guys were so happy because now they have an income, a monthly income, to look forward to because of these Gogo investments. Remember, 2 times a month this investment would come out. So people who are unemployed really were so happy when it came to this, because now they can feed their children. Now they can also buy themselves stuff. Now they can do whatever they have to do, at home with family, personal life and all those things. So it was really just a dream come true investment, and we really trusted Gogo, because of the fact that she was, a well-known celebrity and, a public figure. We did not think that, she was going to run away with our monies or anything like that, and she used to say to us, in the group, listen, guys, why would I just want to help you guys because, my gods, she used to call her ancestors her gods. My gods are the ones that want me to help you guys so that you guys can achieve things in life, and she used to say that a lot, and she used to say that she's getting people who are very skeptical about this investment, and she used to say to us that, listen, I'm a public figure, how do I run away with your money without bearing any consequences of that? She'll be humiliated and her name will be damaged, And also, most of us trusted her deeply because some of the members were people who would go to her with, traditional matters, and so they knew her before the actual investment, and so we had deep trust in this person because of the things that she would say and because of her reputation as a traditional healer in people's lives, and the fact that her muti and everything else used to help people out in the group. So we had nothing to worry about. We were just so thankful to Gogo Manzini. So I think it was either in the middle of February or at the end of February, right? Or beginning of February, I'm not quite sure, but it was in February somewhere, where she then went to Turkey, right? She had told us before she went to Turkey that she wants to go to Turkey to go do reconstructive surgery. So she wanted to do a BBL, she wanted to do a boob job, she wanted to do a facelift, she wanted to do her nose, she wanted to do her teeth, she wanted to do her eyes. I think it's an eye lift if I'm not mistaken. She wanted to do like a lot of stuff, and I think also she also went what's this channel, and she was saying all of this and how she's going to go to Turkey and do all these surgeries, and she was very excited about this, and we were updated by her, and her journey of going to Turkey. She was doing vlogs in Turkey, about her BBL journey, and her recovery and all of those, and the payments, things that she had to pay for, where she was staying, every single thing, guys. Gogo Manzini, even when she was at Turkey, she kept us updated of in everything. Even with our investments, we were still being paid, that 50% every 15th day. She then, was there, I think, for 2 weeks, if not 3 weeks, because of her whole recovery. I think she had to stay like another week there. And then after, everything, she came back to SA, and she was telling us all about, the surgeries and how sore she was, and how, she was going to recover after these months, and how she's going to see her full BBL in play, after, I think it was 3 months or something like that. But she came back to SA, and everything was still in good terms, guys. Everything was well. She used to have an admin person. I won't name who she is. I want to keep the names private. She used to have an admin person, and this admin person used to be the one that pays us, the investors, every single 15th day. This person was very closely linked to Gogo Manzini, and she used to pay us, basically take the monies, reinvest, pay us, and administration stuff, and paying us. That is what this girl used to do. And so there were no problems at all. March came, people still deposited monies, and things were still fine. Middle of March, things were still fine, and she kept on, updating us on everything as well. And then, guys, came, and towards the end of March, that's when things started looking down. So end of March was when this thing called the backlog started happening, right? We did not know about the backlog end of March, right? People were still depositing money in March, early March, mid-March, but I do suspect that Gogo Manzini knew about a backlog, or that there's going to be some sort of a standstill in the investment before the backlog. I think in March, things were not moving properly on her side regarding the investments. But she kept on accepting payments from us investors into her investment platform, right? So there was a backlog end of March, right? Towards the end of March, from the 25th of March, right? I remember I deposited my money on the 18th of March, and I was expecting it by the 1st or 2nd of April. By the 2nd or 3rd of April, yes, which was going to be 15 days, right? So end of March, no, not end of March, early April, right? When my payment on the 2nd of April was not in, I waited for the 3rd of April, and I waited for the 4th of April. And it wasn't in yet, right? There was this thing that Gogo used to say to us, where please, we should not inbox her if payments are late, if payments are late or before the actual payment date. We should count ourselves the 15th day. If the money is not yet in on the 15th day, we must at least wait 2 to 3 days before we actually inbox her, right? So I did wait those 2-3 days, right? Even then, I didn't inbox her, right? Because sometimes Gogo would threaten us, right, about inboxing her, and she would say stuff like, if you inbox me, I'm going to block you. I am going to do this and that. We are adults here. If your money is not in, I will make sure that it's in. Things like that. And so I started asking another lady that I used to talk to in the group if she got her money, right? And she also didn't have her money yet, right? So there was a a voice note that she left in the group telling us about the backlog and what she's experienced on her side. But she did assure us that she is working on the backlog. We should be paid soon, right? Fine. So March went, April went, came and went as well. Still, I did not get paid end of April, right? May came and went. We did not get paid. Now people were starting to worry, right? Because she was very, like, her comments and the things that she used to say to us about the backlog were not making sense. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. Please stay tuned to part 3. I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to give you guys screenshots, like a lot of things that were just really shocking and cruel on her part. Yeah, it gets really, really messy. But for now, please stay tuned. The following videos, I will tell you guys everything. Otherwise, goodbye for now. I'll see you guys on my next videos.